93.3 WMMR, Matt Cord along with Pierre Robert. We're backstage, and with us now, Jerry Cantrell, William Duvall, Mike Inez, and Sean Kinney. Alice in Chains, everybody.
Very nice. Have you guys ever had girls scream for you?
Yes. Haven't you?
No, never.
You're not doing the right thing, buddy.
That's a story of my life.
Hey, well, welcome back to Philadelphia. Last time you guys were here, I think it was August at the TLA in front of like 800 sweaty, screaming people. Congratulations, Mike. You got married a couple weeks ago?
I did, to a wonderful woman. She
Man.
yeah, he's really cool. No, she's great. We just, it was funny, we had to stop touring and got married, went to Hawaii for my honeymoon, got off the plane, caught a connector flight in Los Angeles to Cleveland
Thanks
to
for getting
Albany.
married too, Mike, because I was really tired. I needed a break.
Yeah. Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
We'll have a break for my divorce, too. But yeah, straight into touring, just right into this. I think we're done here. We take a small break, then go to Europe for 7 weeks straight.
Wow.
Everywhere from like Oslo to Portugal to England to Moscow. We're going everywhere in between. Istanbul, Turkey. A lot of
Slobobia, Lobstokia.
Bazirkistan.
I'm just making up.
It's
countries.
dartboard touring at its best.
What's the reaction in Europe to the band?
Tremendous.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they've been great over there, man. We've always had a pretty strong audience over there, but this particular run, we spent a lot of time over there.
Yeah.
And they've really supported us.
Elton John, I'm sure you've been asked about this a million times, but I love Elton, and Elton plays piano on the title track. How did you get him to do this?
We asked him.
Simple as that.
Is he hard to find? You know, do you go to the phone book and look under John?
It's not hard to find people these days too much, actually. You know, it's like we happen to know some people that some of the people that work for us. We kind of share them, you know, a little bit and have over the years, but. It wasn't too hard to get a hold of him, and it was kind of like an idea that you know, we were in the studio, and our buddy Todd DeBaldi, who does all of our writing and stuff and follows us around. I don't know why he follows us around, but
I'm not sure what he does, but he's been with us 22 years.
Wow. Elton, though, loves to play with young bands. I mean, he
Wow, dude.
I didn't mean it that way.
that came out.
It didn't
not
come
probably
out
the way
right,
you
but
meant
he
it, yeah.
enjoys sharing music with bands that are coming up.
He's badass, man.
He's awesome.
So we're doing the session with him. We flew up to Las Vegas and went to his studio, and it was just a really great day for all of us. But he was asking us questions about Queensryche and about a System of a Down getting back together, to the new Rihanna album. He's so in tune and plugged into the business, and to see a guy that old still in love with the craft of making music, and it was just really inspirational for us. Like, you could actually get through this business without being a jaded old crusty, you know, and have a good time with your job, you know. So it was really nice to see that.
To ask you guys about something's going on September 25th.
Yeah, we got a great tour coming up, man. We're gonna go out with the Deftones and Mastodon, man, and it's gonna be pretty cool. We're working out how it's gonna look, and all the bands are on board, and we're all really excited about it.
I think what he's getting at is that it's coming here on that
It is
day.
coming
Yeah.
I think we have the announcement on Monday.
Well, you had it right now, didn't you? Good work there.
We'll be giving away tickets on the pit.
That's right.
Isn't it Black Diamond, isn't it called?
Black Diamond
Diamond
Sky.
Yeah, hybrid and all that.
It's going to be the first rock tour where the bands don't wear pants.
It's real creative. You know, we took one word out of each album and
We're gonna-
put them together.
And then we're gonna free ball the entire tour.
Just free ball in the wintertime.
Nice.
So,
Good times.
Metallica has said that they'd love to tour with you, and Shine was a song they recorded for the last album but didn't release, and I guess was dedicated to Lane as well as to the band. Have you obviously heard the song? What do you think of it?
Yeah, you know, those guys they've been friends of ours for a long time, and they've been big supporters, and actually they've been, you know, they're close friends, so they know what's going on with us and stuff, and it's really nice that Lane meant a lot to them, because he certainly meant a lot to us and a lot of other people too, and for them to kind of honor him that way and do a song about him, that's pretty cool, pretty great.
The other night, speaking of Lane, I believe, I don't know what song it was, but I heard that you had dedicated a song to Lane and to the memory of Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
Nutshell.
Okay.
Nutshell.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Ronnie at all, or?
Oh yeah.
I've known him about 20 years. He's just epitome of elegance and how to, we're speaking of Elton this way, how to get through this business with your head up and your shoulders back, be very proud of your craft. He was always that inspiration for me personally, just that cool guy. He, I'd seen him treat his garbage man the same as anybody else in this business. He treated everyone he met exactly the same, and that's just something to be respected for. You don't see that a whole lot in what we do for a living,
Mike and I were really lucky. We got to give him an award a couple of months ago, and spent a little time with him. And we were really, really sad to hear him go. It was a little bit of a surprise. He looked really, he looked a lot like he was fighting it pretty well a couple of months ago.
He'd had 7 rounds of chemo.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, which is, 1 or 2 is extraordinary, but 7 is over the top. And he was, and even recently put out a statement said, "I'm not giving up. I want to go back on the road."
Sure, that's what he said then too.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We were looking forward to some dates in Europe with him coming up.
Just
this
incredible body of work if you look at his whole career. I mean, just that voice. There was only one of those, man.
The Seattle scene, I know you don't all live there these days, but I just was
I
out-
do.
He does.
Okay, cool. But I was just out there to interview some of the bands that made up the kind of the Pearl Jam connection. Stone Gossard got an idea together and had a thing at the what's the club?
Showbox.
Showbox, yeah. At the Showbox, and he had Mother Love Bone got back together, and Malfunction, which is the band that Andrew Wood was in and preceded Mother Love Bone, and then he had Brad and Satchel play, and it was a really extraordinary evening of music that taught me, and I was there to interview the different bands for a DVD they're putting out, how interconnected that scene was. And I was there in that very same week. Soundgarden had a reunion at the Showbox.
That's a good
as
week
well.
to be in
Oh
Seattle.
my God!
Weren't they telling Pierre, stick around for Friday? We can't tell you why.
Well, Kelly Curtis, Pearl Jam's manager, who was also helping put this thing together, said, "You got to stay till Friday." I said, "What?" He goes, "Can't tell you now." And then all of a sudden, it turns out that Soundgarden is playing this same club, and I was just struck by, I interviewed Andrew's mother, and Kevin Wood, his brother, was there, and this. It almost seems like, to me, the Seattle scene was so fertile that it was just like a band would break up and, somebody would be having a beer. "What are you doing?" "Nothing." "What are you doing?" "Let's start a band." "Okay. Well, I already got 2 bands going." "That's all right. Let's have another band."
Yeah.
I mean, it almost seemed, that's a slight exaggeration, but not really. There was so much that was on fire out there.
That's how I remember it. I mean, we were all in rehearsal rooms and jamming with each other. There was a lot of stuff going on, and there was always a lot of bands to go see too. And there was a ton of us rolling around the town at that time.
It's still like that. I live there, and it's funny. You'll still end up in one of our houses or somebody's studio or jam place. With like me and Kim Kyle and all. It's still kind of funny. Yep.
Because, I mean, it was fascinating. Chris Cornell was roommates with Andrew Wood, and then Chris was so moved when Andy passed away that he got Temple of the Dog together as a tribute. But because Mother Love Bone was set to take off and could have been huge, the industry was preparing to back them in that way, and yet had that tragedy not happened, Pearl Jam never would have formed. So the interrelatedness of that just was quite mind-blowing.
Eddie came up to jam with those guys, and I was living with Kelly Curtis and his wife in the basement, and then Eddie moved into the basement with me, and I mean, it's all we're all buddies. I mean, it's a tiny town.
You're still wearing
Tiny town.
Still wearing his socks right now.
I know.
When you saw the movie Singles, did that ring any bells, or was it slightly bogus in your
Well,
mind?
it was fun, I mean, it was a fun thing.
Chris Cornell running out of the apartment building when the windows explode in the car.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, Cameron's a great guy, and he's a part of the family. So when
And of course he's married into the Hart family.
Well, yeah, it's like Sean said, it's kind of like a big family. It's good to be a part of it.
I think we're getting a wrap up.
It's not a super competitive. It was never really like weird competitive scenes, sort of like where you go to, let's say, LA or something, and everybody's slandering other bands. I mean, it just wasn't like that. People were very supportive of each other and lending each other gear, and
it was very
stuff.
much a point of pride to have a little bit of individualism, but also to kind of support everybody else's individualism as well.
Yeah.
Jerry, Mike, Sean, William, thank you. Allison Chains, everybody. Sure.
Welcome back to Philly. Great to have you.
7:30 on
MMRBQ.
stage
You
tonight.
guys are wonderful.